Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio. Johnny Radio.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. We got, I think, Velma in the other room.
You keep saying Velma.
Scooby-Doo. Betty, Velma. Betty's from the Betty's the Flintstone girl.
Betty Rubble.
Betty Rubble. And then there's also, you're not as cute as Betty. She's a cuter cartoon.
No, remember I used to have a crush on her.
And, but you look like the girl from Scooby-Doo that,
Velma.
Velma.
Velma wears orange.
Okay, now who are you then?
I am Tina Belcher from the popular Fox Network show Bob's Burgers.
Never seen Bob's Burgers.
Great show. Highly recommended. All those people out there, you're looking for something funny. It's an animated show, but it's just a classic sitcom, family sitcom. Very funny. Great show. Interesting fact, John, there's 3 female characters in that show. I'm one of them. Only one of them is voiced by a female. So I am Tina, who is voiced by a man. So I'm dressed as Tina, a woman, as a man. How about that?
That is beautiful. Shout out to all of our alphabet. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. This is countdown to Halloween, which is Monday. Monday night, you have the Bengals at the Browns. You know we cover all the NFL.
That's right.
But tonight, it's Bounce Back Thursday. Ravens at the Buccaneers.
Bucks bounce back.
Bucks bounce back. Brady bounce back.
They
Mike
were
Evans
dogs.
touchdown.
They were dogs, and now they're 2.5-point favorites.
I know. The only thing that scares me about that is that line moving that much.
Yeah, no, it does. That
That
means
makes
a lot
me a
of people
little
are
bit
with
nervous.
us, John. I don't like when other people are with us on Bucks bouncing back.
Well, you know, it's because they listen and they love the show.
And they know how much you hate Lamar.
And they know that no, I don't hate anyone.
I don't know,
Remember,
John.
inside
It
of
seems
my
like,
heart,
I don't
only
know.
thing it is love and joy.
No malice.
I love betting against the Ravens because I make money off of them because they don't cover that much. Speaking of covering, we got a lot of information on, some gambling. I don't know if you know this. We kind of like it around here. Who's really good against the spread this year?
Who, John?
UT. They're 5-1 against the number.
The Vols.
That's right. Kentucky, though, is 5-2 against the spread. Let me tell you something.
Who's the hungrier dog, John?
Right now, those two teams right now, if you're betting Kentucky and Tennessee, man, you're making some cash. You're paying some water bills. You buying baby girl a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying?
But Kentucky's a fraud, though.
Maybe heading over to
Is
Hemp
that-
2-0.
Is that a factor?
I don't know. That number is kind of scary. If you wanted me to tell you the truth, I absolutely love. By the way, do you know what this game used to be called?
No, I don't.
The Battle for the Beer Barrel.
Oh, but the Tennessee had too many beer barrels, and so they stopped naming it?
I can tell you the Battle for the Beer Barrel was in reference also is the same thing to, not reference, but we canceled both of these. Do you want to know the story behind this?
I would love to, John.
Do you really? Because I don't
Sure.
think you do.
No, John, I absolutely do. Tell me about the beer
Now,
barrel.
I might do it a little bit later.
Wow, teasing it.
No, I might. But the Battle for the Beer Barrel, they had to cancel that name. They did that back in the 90s, so it really wasn't all these woke kids today. Got to give the woke kids a little
Wait,
credit.
I don't understand why it was canceled.
Because so the world's largest cocktail party and
And
the
also,
Battle for
they
the
changed
Beer
that.
Barrel, they've changed both of them.
But they changed them back.
No, they haven't changed them back. What are you talking about? They don't go out there and give that painted beer barrel back to the winner on the field.
Well, I mean, the world's largest cocktail party has been changed back because they sell alcohol in stadiums now, so they can call it that again.
I don't think but they don't call it that. Look it up.
I did the other day. Remember, we were surprised that they reference it as the world's largest outdoor cocktail
People
party
can
again.
reference it however they want, but the game is not going to be broadcast as that, like when the game is being aired.
Do you think it's just an alcohol thing?
I can
That's
tell
not
you,
woke
man,
kids. Then that's because
That's what I said. It was
that's
the 90s. I said this changed in the 90s.
But that's because the kids can't drink booze
Well,
legally.
Man, back in the 90s, yeah, you could.
No, I don't think you could, John.
All you had to have a dude was like that dude that like had the beard when he was like, looked like, when he was 16, had a nice dark beard.
Like me.
Yeah, you would have been able to buy a lot of beer back then.
Yeah.
Now you got to show your ID all the time. But the point was, I can't believe I'm going to just go ahead and tell it.
Oh,
So,
Florida-Georgia rivalry, you're right.
the the UK game was the Battle for the Beer Barrel. They changed that because back in the 90s, and this is very sad, UT and they had a very sad situation in the 90s where a student and a player were killed in a drunk driving accident after the game. It was a player and one of the students. That tragedy basically changed the way that they changed the names. And the thing that I have to say about this is I think binge drinking is horrible. It is absolutely sad. It happens. But I don't think that I don't think it's very, how do I say this? It's very hypocritical and hollow, I think, to have $17 beers at ball games. You mark them up 300% and you sell them on one side, and then you try to be sensitive on the other side.
No, that's smart, John. You mark them up so people don't binge drink. You have to have a
Oh, my
healthy
gosh,
wad
no
in your
way.
pocket in order to binge
can't-
drink. How about that?
you can't-
Spin City.
You can't have a cash register on one side and on the other side act like you're sensitive to some situation like binge drinking.
I don't know if I like that, though, John, because they're going to be sensitive no matter what. Now we're advocating that they take beer out of stadiums, and we just got it in there.
Do not do this.
Don't
people.
do it.
Listen, please.
We just got it in there.
We got to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. By the way, speaking of that, if you want to arrive alive, don't Tito's and drive. Remember that. Now,
Tito's is delicious, though.
Tito's is delicious. I don't know if you know this. I got a big fascination with Tito's. It's probably because it's the best vodka in the world. It's gluten free. It's crafted and distilled right here in the United States. You ain't buying none of that Russian vodka. You know what I'm saying? This is good old Russia from
gross.
USA. 100% corn, and it's stilled. It didn't put in it's not distilled. It's stilled in classic copper pots, man. It's old school method. It's what gives it a unique flavor, slightly sweet black pepper note, balancing everything out. Whether you're crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat, Tito's. By Life hands you lemons, just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with Tito's handmade vodka. But back to what I was saying. The UT football game and Kentucky game. I have a feeling that it is a dangerous play to take the points.
Wow, dangerous game.
I think Tennessee's going to drop at least a 40 burger on their face. Seriously.
Because Kentucky's a fraud.
Well, yes, because I don't think Kentucky's that great, but Tennessee's also getting back Cedric Tillman? Is it
Tillman.
Cedric Tillman. Cedric Wilson was a long time
Yeah,
ago.
Cedric Wilson played a while ago.
Yeah, but Cedric Tillman's back. He's a number one wide receiver. That's another weapon for everybody's favorite hooker, Hendon Hooker, who's right now odds-on favorite to win the Heisman. I think he comes out, he balls. I think the play here is over 62.5. Look, UT's defense is not Alabama or Georgia. They're going to give up some points to Kentucky and Will Levis and Chris Rodriguez. They're going to score some points. But UT, by the way, has dropped 52 against Bama. They dropped 40 at LSU, 65 last week against Martin. They're going to score against Kentucky. Kentucky's going to score, I think, plenty to get the over 62.5. But I could see a backdoor cover. That's why I don't want to take Kentucky. A meaningless touchdown at the end of the game.
That back door's open.
And that back door's open. Next thing you know, everybody's
Love going in the back door.
yeah, love staying away from it. But also, one thing I will tell you I'm staying away from is the Lakers. What did I tell you yesterday? I like the Lakers. I like the Lakers.
But John.
That was when you were Bob Ross.
But no. Well, it was when I was Bob Ross, John. But Anthony Davis played better.
Anthony Davis played better, and they're still like the worst shooting
And the
team
Nuggets
in
are
the history.
good. And look, the Lakers have played. Like, I'm not this Lakers defender, but I do think
You
the
sound like
roster
it
has
right
gotten
now.
better. You're right. I'm about to defend them, right? As I say, I'm not a Lakers defender. They played good teams.
Anthony Davis had 22 points and 14
No.
rebounds
You
and
said
5
that.
assists.
No, John, I
by the
didn't
way,
say that. I
they
didn't say
said
that. They
he's a
played good
top
teams.
75
John,
player of all time.
they-
So you're telling me LeBron James, who they try to compare to Michael Jordan, which is straight BS,
What do you mean?
and Anthony Davis, a top 75 player of all time, can't even get a win in 4 games?
John, they played good teams. They played the
they played good
the
teams.
Warriors.
I don't
the
know if you know
Clippers,
this.
and the
They're
Nuggets.
all professional
They played
basketball
the
teams
Warriors.
in the NBA.
That's right, but they're not all as good as the Warriors, the Clippers, and the Nuggets. And then the Trailblazers are undefeated, although the Trailblazers lost last night, so now they are defeated. But they're 4-1. How about that?
I got a question for you right now, honestly. How many teams in the NBA have 0 wins? The Lakers, the Kings,
yeah,
and the Magic. I'll
that's
give
right.
you the answer.
That's right, 3 of them.
That's where they're at. They're with the Kings and the Magic. The Lakers
Yeah,
with
but-
LeBron James
John,
and
they're-
Anthony Davis.
But they've only played 4 games. And
they're
I
a
just,
historic
and I just
worst
listed
team that you've ever seen,
No, I
like,
just
shooting the
listed
basketball.
3 really. That's true, but I just listed 3 really good teams they played. How about that?
Oh, well, I don't know if
The
you know
Warriors,
this.
the Clippers, and the Nuggets.
There's only 3 bad teams in the. It looks like right now there's only 2 teams that they could beat, and that might be Orlando, and that might be the Kings.
Let's give it 4 more games, though. I mean, their next 4, they play. These are tough games, too, actually. They play the Nuggets again. They play the T-Wolves. They play the Pelicans and the Jazz. So maybe they'll go 0-8, John. Your thoughts?
I would love that, actually,
I
more
know
than
you-
anything.
I know you would.
That would be like a great early Christmas present. But you know who's playing the Kings who are trash?
The Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies. They play them tonight.
John,
So basically,
I kind of like the Kings on the number.
because
plus
the
2.5.
line is weird. It's already gone to 3, by the way.
Oh,
You
it's
know
up
that.
to, okay, so it's up to 3. It's,
So people are
it's a West
taking-
Coast
it's a
trip.
West
First
Coast
West
trip,
Coast trip of the
yes.
year, John.
Dude, but the Kings,
don't know. Hungry-
Sacramento is a place where you really don't hit the town. Sacramento's kind of dull.
Sacramento
it ain't
is
like
better,
they're going out
though.
there and partying like a rock star or anything.
John, who's the hungrier dog? It's
Well,
gotta be Sacramento, right?
I don't think Ja Morant. I think Ja could have a patch over his eye and play a pirate for Halloween and still be able to see the court better than the Kings can.
I don't know, John. I like these Kings.
What are you, a big Fox guy?
I do like De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, actually, I do. And they got Demonis Sabonis, and I love Sabonis. I think the Kings have also.
I
had
thought you were a
tough
big
start.
Rick Fox guy.
I do like Rick Fox too, but he hasn't played in a while. He's in the movie Holes. Movie star now, Rick Fox.
I didn't know that.
Oh, he's a big movie star. I do like Rick
Didn't he
Fox.
marry some famous woman?
Has to have. Because he's good looking. He's a movie star.
No, but I mean like a real famous woman. Never mind.
I think
he
some
also
kind of
cheated
model.
on her too.
Oh, no. Come on, John. We don't need to
Yes.
say that about Rick Fox. Disparaging Rick Fox.
Let's see if he has ex-wife.
John, the Kings have lost to the Blazers, undefeated till last night, the Clippers, and the Warriors.
Vanessa Williams. He cheated on Vanessa Williams, man.
Which one's Vanessa Williams? Exactly?
She was like Miss United States and then did Playboy, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
Actually, 901-360-8255. I don't need to
Vanessa
go
Williams.
reckless speculation on this.
Was she? What did he cheat on her, and was she Miss USA?
I think she was the Miss. I know she was. I know she's hot,
John,
and
but
I mean that in the nicest,
respectful
most
sense.
respectful way.
John, did you
like
hear-
put it this way? We'll just she's a 10.
that's way less respectful than saying she's hot. But nonetheless, John, the 3 teams
I
that
think it's just more. It's just a higher.
Now you're rating
like I'm
women.
giving her a higher grade.
now you're
than
rating
most.
women again. John, the 3 teams that the Kings have played are the Blazers, undefeated till last night, the Clippers, who they lost to by 2, and the Warriors, who they lost to by 5. I'm telling you right now, this Kings team is better than you think. They're playing good basketball, and I'm going to take them as a dog at home tonight against the Grizz. I don't mean to give away
Sure.
bets in the first segment, but that's a good one. I'm
That
telling
is
you
a
right
good
now.
one. Hey, I got a lot of bets that I like. Tonight's Thursday night football. We have
TNF.
a full slate of the NBA. Got to give you a lot of props, by the way, on the Lightning. Tampa Bay. He gave me Tampa Bay and the Ducks last night. Hit him up with a little bit of a little drunk text.
Just a little,
little-
you up text.
A little, yo, what up, what up? Had a little Tito's this afternoon. You know, now it's in the evening. There's only one hockey game left.
and you
on
said,
the
who am I
board.
taking?
And I said, who
the
you
Lightning.
taking? And you did good.
The Rangers have lost 4 straight.
By the way, I don't know if you know this. You're probably broke then.
I know.
You're looking forward to payday.
That's right.
Okay, listen, here it is. Okay. She was Miss America in
Vanessa-
1984. I told you she was
Vanessa
smoking.
Williams, that
Vanessa
is.
Williams. Yes, this is very important to me.
I
If you
agree.
haven't noticed.
I agree.
Then here's what happened. She had to resign her title in 1984. She won it in 1993. I'm sorry. She won
had
it in
to resign?
1983. And she had to resign her Miss America crown, okay?
Why?
So she was, you know why? Because she did a nude photo, like a nude,
Wow.
section.
In
Not
Playboy.
in Playboy,
Maxim.
in Penthouse.
The Penthouse Forum.
Dude, yes. So that's pretty
You're
fascinating.
going to think this isn't true, but it's an absolutely true story.
It
The
is, but
Penthouse
she did
Forum.
have, by the way, just so you know, she had a successful career as a singer. I didn't know she was a singer. She was also an actress. Are we allowed to say actress, or we just call them actors now?
No, you can say actress.
You sure?
I think so.
I don't know, man. We not 901-360-8255. If you know about the alphabet and the pronouns, please text me.
I don't know if that's what you were referencing exactly. But, John, Rick Fox is in a ton of stuff. He was in the movie Holes. You know Holes with Shia LaBeouf where he digs the holes?
I can believe it.
Look at me. No, he was in the TV show Oz. Remember Oz on HBO? It wasn't about the
Oz.
Wizard of Oz. It was about the prison.
Uh-uh.
You remember Oz?
No, man, I don't know if you noticed. I kind of only watch sports and
Well, this
hang out in bars.
But you watch stuff from the 90s. This was an HBO show from the 90s. He had a recurring role. He played Jackson. I don't know how to pronounce his
I'm
last
not.
name.
I don't care about it. I'm talking about her.
What about Rick Fox, though?
I mean,
John,
Rick Fox
you said
played
you just said,
basketball.
"Oh, I only watch sports." Rick Fox, John,
I'm just
played
trying
sports.
to figure out how come Rick Fox cheated on her.
I don't know. Rick Fox also was in one episode of The Big Bang Theory.
Wow.
How about that? You know
Man.
The Big Bang Theory, John.
You know who has a larger net worth?
Who?
Definitely Vanessa Williams. She got half.
Unless they signed a prenup.
No, dude. I think if you're cheating, man, you're giving half.
Wow, Rick Fox plays professional video games now. He's a big League of Legends player. You ever played League of Legends, John?
Nope. Don't have a video console thing. Could
What's
you
for a
imagine?
computer? So if you have a computer, you can play it.
Do you know what? Do you want me to tell you the first thing to lose a girlfriend?
What?
Have one of those consoles.
I've got.
Do you know why?
John,
you
I've got
can't-
3 of them. So
do you know why you don't have a woman now?
Why?
Like, because anybody that I know that has one of those things, they don't date women because they're always online playing these video games.
That's right.
Can I tell you a
But
secret?
you can play with women
It's a
online.
lot. Yeah, but you're not physically around them.
Is that like a necessity to having a girlfriend?
Yes, it kind of is.
I don't understand.
I know you young people get out more.
Yeah.
Y'all, for the people who invented
Snowflakes like
Tinder
me.
and Grinder and all these things, y'all
Isn't-
don't get out very much.
Isn't Grindr the one for homosexuals?
Yes, I was giving a little homage to you,
To
brother.
me, thank you.
No, for the hair, not just for today, not in reality.
Oh.
But anyway,
My
Bucks.
dress is a woman.
It's bounce back Thursday.
The Bucks bouncing back. How about that?
I got to get in the box, but I want to remind you, if you want to look good, and I'm not talking about Halloween style, we're not going to find costumes, but you are going to find the largest jean selection from Ariat to Wrangler. In the middle, you got Miss Me and Girly Girl for the ladies. They got a ladies' boutique, a kids' department, and you know I'm talking about Frontier Western Store down in Olive Branch, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch to be exact. Or you can go online to frontierwesternstore.com. They ship their orders out within 24 hours. Bing, bang, boom. You get your order, and you know they have the largest boot showroom in the world. So if you're looking for some cowboy boots, hiking boots, or super great dress boots, Frontier Western Store and frontierwesternstore.com. I'm in the box. Oh, yeah, by the way,
Hey.
it's Thursday. We got Isaac Simpson and Evie Van Pelt on
That's
the show
right.
today.
How about that? Little tease.
And what's your name, Tina?
Tina. John, I'm wearing a
Tina Turner?
I'm wearing a skirt.
Dude, is it Tina Turner?
No, it's Tina Belcher.
Tina Belcher, that's right.
John, I'm wearing a skirt.
I know you. It's the first time. I think
I
it's the
actually
first
really
skirt
like it,
that's
to be
ever
honest.
been. I think this is the first skirt that's ever been in studio.
I really like how breezy it is. I mean, everything, if you know what I mean, everything is breathing.
That
and
is
by
nice.
everything,
You
I
mean
mean
everything.
I mean my penis. John, I have questions for you today. My first question of the day is this Bucks bounce back game on a Thursday. The Ravens and Bucks. John, the Bucks were dogs. They were 1-point dogs when we talked about it on Tuesday, and now they're 2-point favorites. John, does that scare you? Or are you still going to play the spread in this football game, or do you like a little prop ski?
I love this Bucks team tonight, brother.
Bounce back.
You know why? Tom Brady can throw the football. He is the GOAT. Mike Evans is going to catch a little touchdown action. And Devin White, he's so fast, he can go sideline to sideline, one of the fastest middle linebackers in the game. He's going to put the kibosh on Lamar Jackson's running. And we all know that Lamar Jackson can throw the ball about as good as... let me think.
Dan Marino.
No.
Joe
no.
Montana.
Nope. This is gonna be good. This is good. Do you remember Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah, I definitely remember Jamarcus Russell. He liked lean.
He loved to lean. It's when he throws the ball, doesn't it look like Lamar Jackson's on a little lean?
No, John, I don't agree.
He
See,
looks like he's on speed when he's running. He looks like he's on the lean when he tries to throw that joint.
Now that Gabe has backed me up with also liking Lamar Jackson, I feel much more confident to not back you up on your hatred of Lamar Jackson.
I didn't say I
No,
hate
you don't
this
hate
man.
him. You have no malice
I
in your
have nothing
heart.
but love.
You just think he
I
throws
just
like
think he
Jamarcus Russell.
I think he should have taken $230 million. I think he should not have bet on himself. He might not even be back in Baltimore, but he'll probably find some stupid coach out there, some stupid owner to bring in a quarterback who can't throw the football. Again, make this guy a wide receiver, turn him into a running back. Do you remember Slash? Cordell Stewart couldn't really throw the football, and Pittsburgh went too dead long with him, but he was a hell of a wide receiver. He could run the football, too, like a little Debo Samuels.
John, a.k.a. Bill Polian Radio, because Bill Polian, before the draft, said that Lamar Jackson would have more luck if he played running back or wide receiver.
Let me just tell you something.
And
I
you're
have to
backing
say,
Bill
Bill
Polian.
Polian is
He's
a
a genius.
genius.
He's a genius.
He won a Super Bowl, did he not?
He did.
So don't give me any.
Bill-
Don't give me no ish.
Bill Polian's a
Hey, how
genius.
many Super Bowls have been just straight up, man, because your quarterback ran the ball 40 times? Okay, I'll just be 15 times.
How many?
I don't know of one.
I don't
Did
think-
Mike Vick win a Super Bowl?
No, he didn't.
But by the way, did you know Mike could actually throw the ball?
So good Donovan McNabb, he wasn't a scrambler.
Dude, McNabb was dope, but we don't even talk. I mean, that man could straight up throw the football.
Swing it.
He could run. Steve McNair could throw the football, and he could run. But I'm saying the point is
Donovan
all
McNabb,
these guys that can run.
Patrick Mahomes.
Listen, all these guys that we're talking about, though.
Dangerous game we're playing. We only named
Randall
black
Cunningham.
quarterbacks.
Well, because we're talking about people that can run.
Well, I mean, Josh Allen. He's Cam Newton.
Oh, he's the new guy. Cam Newton couldn't throw, though. Josh Allen can actually throw.
That's right. He's like,
but Josh Allen, he ain't fast. He's just running you over.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah, he was kind of bad. He can't throw.
So now we've covered ourselves.
He's got the same problem that Tim Tebow had. Tim Tebow won
No, but he doesn't
game.
wind up like that, though.
I know, but his passes go just as errant as Lamar Jackson.
So maybe Lamar doing the playoffs.
You got Mark Andrews out there, the biggest target in the world. That's why he hits him so much. He's great, dude.
He misses Hollywood, his buddy.
Hollywood Brown.
John, let's go to college football tonight. You know what I love on weeknights, John?
What do you like on weeknight?
Home dogs on a weeknight, and we got one tonight, John. Utah, the Utes, they head up to Wazoo to play Washington State. Tough place to play, John. Is not a tough place to play.
It's because of the Cougars.
It's exactly because of the Cougars. Utah are 7-point favorites.
You know
we got Washington State as 7-point dogs,
just
John.
So you know, weaken the knees.
Who is?
Weaken the knees.
The Cougars?
That's what the Cougars do. They make you weaken the knees, man.
Well, John, 7-point dogs up in Washington State. I forget the city that Washington State's in.
It's in Pullman, I think.
Okay, John, tough place to play. I'm telling you right now. So
Pullman.
Do you like a home dog on a weeknight?
No, I don't. I like
Why?
Why? Because Utah's rising is not turning the ball over like he did at the beginning of the year. Utah's actually now playing complimentary football. Utah's loss to Florida at the beginning of the year was absolute lunacy. UCLA, the other team they lost to, is a pretty good football team, but they slapped USC. You saw that. They didn't slap them. They beat them by 1. But they're going to Washington State. Again.
I mean, Washington State gave Oregon a game up there,
You
John.
act like
it was 44-41.
Utah doesn't play when it's cold. You act like they're going to go to a hostile environment that they haven't been to them.
It's
they
a weeknight game in
So you're telling
football.
me going to the Swamp is not going to be as hostile as going to Cougar Stadium?
John.
Please.
What do you know about home dogs on a weekday, John? We make these rules for a reason, so we don't have to think through the games. We can just mindlessly bet. Washington State +7's automatic play tonight. I'm telling you right now.
And Isaac Simpson's up next. We're going to talk a little NBA. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I'm George Flynn with Flynn Broadcasting, but this message is about running for Congress. I want to go to Washington and bring the tax dollars back that we need to help clean up crime in Memphis. I'm asking for your vote on Sports 56 so that we can enjoy our sports without having to worry about crime. In a light turnout election, it all depends on getting your supporters out to vote. So I hope you'll call 5 or 6 people, maybe even 7 or 8 people a day, and get them to go out and vote George Flynn for Congress, because we can make Memphis safe once more. Vote George Flynn for Congress, and I look forward to bringing our tax dollars back. We've put the tax dollars into Washington, and now we need them back so we can use them to have more law enforcement, have a more efficient judicial system, and make sure violent criminals serve 100% of their times. I'm George Flynn, and I approve this message. Paid for by Flynn for Congress, Lonnie Treadaway, Treasurer. Remember, I'm counting on you to help make Memphis safe again. Vote George Flynn for Congress.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more front row seats. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you'll get exclusive savings when you refinance at that new lower rate. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Call 833-7-ROCKET today or visit inflationbuster.com to start saving.
For fees covered, rate, like date requirements, and other terms and conditions, visit inflationbuster.com. Call 1-833-7-ROCKET. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
Hi, I'm Emmitt Smith, Hall of Famer and all-time leading rusher with exciting news.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, Emmitt Smith wants to introduce you to QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in biologic treatment for pain. I'm talking regenerative solutions that encourage your body to heal and repair itself. No medications, no surgeries, no downtime.
If you have pain in your knees, hips, lower back, and shoulders, don't assume the old treatments are the only treatments. Learn more about how you can get lasting relief with biologic treatments that can repair and restore damaged tissue.
Call to learn more about this exciting natural way to deal with chronic joint pain. Play golf without pain, walk upstairs without pain, play with your kids and grandkids without pain, get back on your job without pain, live your life pain-free. Call QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 901-445-1010. That's 901-445-1010. 901-445-1010.
It's gotten colder outside, and the folks at Family Leisure want you to relax at home in your new massage chair or catch a game in your new home theater set. The Relax at Home sale is going on right now at Family Leisure with great deals on pool tables or shuffleboards, or enjoy a game with all your friends and your family. Also on sale now, saunas, hot tubs, patio furniture. It's the Relax at Home sale. Come by Family Leisure, I-40 and Whidden Road. That's where you'll relax at home.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Memphis Tiger basketball is back at FedEx Forum. Season tickets start at just $99 with a dynamic season pass where you can experience a different seating location for each game. Don't miss a minute of the action this season. See you at FedEx Forum.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss Sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder, or as we call her now, Tina, is in the house. Dude, did you like how nice and respectful I was?
You nailed it, John. I can't believe you already remember Tina's name so well.
You know what? I've gotten better at this. I don't know if you know this. Ever since I've been going to Hemp 2.0 at 3670 South Houston Levee Road, I've gotten a lot smarter because I found out what hemp can do for you. It just makes my mind clear. I don't have anxiety. I'm not nervous. I have great night's sleep, and I feel really good and roasted in the middle of the afternoon, especially when I'm on my show. So I'm pretty lucky. Feel lucky today.
Yeah, lucky.
And I'm also blessed because I got Isaac Simpson's joining me right now. Isaac, what's up, my friend?
Man, doing well, man. How are you, John?
Man, I am doing good. I'm better than Zaire Williams, not financially or like probably in the game of life or things like that. But for the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'm going to be walking a little bit better than he is.
Yeah, I definitely take that Zaire Williams bank account. There's no doubt about that. But, yeah, I think both of us are walking better than he is these days. Man, you kind of hate to see that news, but I kind of had a feeling that it was a little bit more going on there than he put on. The Grizzlies have always been extremely weird in their injury reporting and kind of being forthcoming when it comes to those kind of things. And when it kind of leaked, I was like, man, this might be a little bit more than they're putting on. The news came out yesterday, patella tendonitis, 4 to 6 weeks, and even the prognosis there doesn't sound like it's a definite thing that he's going to be back in 4 to 6 weeks. It's almost kind of like a reevaluation type of thing. So we'll see. But I think it was a big year for him. Like early, you want to see him kind of take that leap, and I hate to him to lose his development time.
I was I love like checking out your Twitter. It's very important. It's at Isaac__NBA. That's at Isaac__NBA. Check him out. Don't forget at Ethos Grizzlies. But I love I love everything you do on like your page, especially. You have a lot of opinions. You made some really good points talking about possibly what they could do with him going forward, but also with his front office. Do you want to expound on that?
Yeah, I think going back to last year, even when they first drafted Zaire, my antennas kind of went up, and I said, I'm thinking that they're probably hoping that Zaire ends up being a long-term replacement for Dillon Brooks. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people that want Dillon Brooks out of here on the first thing smoking, because I know how important he is to this team. I know what he brings on the defensive end, but you look at the guys that have gotten paid. I mean, they paid Steven Adams now. They paid Brandon Clark, of course, Ja and Jaren Jackson Jr. You got Baines deal coming up next year.
Which is going to be fat. It's going to be a fat deal.
When you're a small market team, man, at some point you can't pay everybody. I know Paris said that they're going to pay the guys that they want to pay, and I think that's the key word, the guys they want to pay. And I think the interesting question with Dillon is, even though he's meant so much to this culture, what he brings on the defensive end, the negative things that he does, the tunnel vision, the things that he does on offense, and what I think that he could get on the open market, because even though he struggles, he's still around the league. He's going to be a hot commodity, because he's kind of, even though he struggled offensively, people still look at him as being a two-way wing that he can score. Because when he's going inside, if he sticks to the mid-range, gets to the paint, he can score. It's just when he starts jacking up those bad three-point shots, and he just keeps shooting them when he's missing 0-5 in the Brooklyn game, even though I did think he had an impact on the defensive end. But I just don't think that they're going to be willing to pay him long term. He's coming up going to be a free agent at the end of the season. I don't think they're going to be willing to pay him what he's going to be worth on the open market. Because, I mean, if you lock him up and you got Bain locked up, Bain's going to be, I think, I don't even know, man. If he keeps playing the way he's played and keep on that trajectory, he could be close to a max player. They're going to be capped out, and you're going to be looking at a situation where this is your team, and you're not going to have much flexibility. And if you don't feel like that team is the team that can win a championship, I think you need to leave some of that flexibility open, and I think that's what they're going to be looking at with Dillon Brooks. And with the Zaire Williams thing, I believe that the front office probably wanted to see Zaire Williams here in this early season kind of take that next step. Everybody's talking about Zaire taking another step, and I think if he did take that step and you saw those things going in that direction,
you'd feel more comfortable about getting rid of Dillon.
You feel more comfortable if you move Dillon Brooks at the trade deadline. Now that you're not going to miss it, because I'd be surprised. I know they said 4 to 6 weeks, but kind of how the Grizzlies handle these things. I'd be surprised if we saw Zaire before 2023. I think we're in a situation where you'll probably see Jaren back before you see Zaire. So not being able to see that, and trade deadline comes up in February, you're not going to have as much information as you would have had if Zaire was healthy and playing. So I think that's kind of a interesting kind of fallout of this injury. Doesn't mean that they won't move him, but I think they would have much rather saw Zaire kind of taking those leaps before they decide to make a move with Dillon Brooks. But this front office is proactive. If they have decided that they're not going to re-sign Dillon Brooks, I think they're not going to let an asset like that walk out the door. I mean, expiring contract, you got that expiring contract. I always bring up Danny Green. I think you can put those guys together to one of these teams that are going to be in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes. They're going to be selling all pieces. I think you can get something pretty good for that deadline.
You're not on the Dillon get out of here fast train. You're not on. You can't spell loser without L, and Dillon has 2 of them, so he can loan one out.
No,
but I'm wondering, are you on the thing where, like, I've asked my listeners to do a prayer request for Dillon Brooks to learn about assist and slot, shot selection. Do you think that's something that prayer can help?
Man, I don't know. We were talking about this last night on our podcast at Ethos Grizzlies. I just think at this point, I think we've seen enough of Dillon. I don't think it's going to change. I think this is just in his DNA. I think this is just how he's going to play. I mean, there have been times like early last season, I was like, okay, he looks a little bit better. I mean, he's making some passes that he wouldn't usually make, and then it just he always resorts back to this, man, I got to get my shots up. And I just think that's going to be him. And now he's in a contract year, and you're thinking, you could go one or two ways. Maybe he reins it in a bit and feels like that's kind of what he needs to do to get paid, or maybe he feels like I need to put shots up. And it's still right now looking like he's going the wrong way, and he feels like he has to get his shots up. So I just don't think long-term, if he can't fit in, because I think long-term his best fit would be like a six-man off the bench. And I just don't think he's going to be willing to accept that role. I think he knows he can get more money somewhere else. I just don't think the Grizzlies are going to be willing to pay that, and I just don't think they probably need to pay him that if he can't rein it in at all.
Man, if they can pay him, I'm okay if they pay him, but they put in his contract that every time he shoots the ball more than 7 times, he gets fined $150,000. And then you put in incentives for assist, because he never gets an assist, because when the ball gets in his hand, it's like a damn hot potato, and he thinks the only place to put it up is he's just going up wherever. And it just makes me insane, because he does play great defense. We all know about his defense. But again, man, I got a prayer request up there, okay? Please, everybody, help Dylan learn about assist and some shot selection. That would really help me and the Grizzlies Foundation. Now, they're on the road tonight. They're going to be in Sacramento. Not a lot going on in Sacramento. It's not a really fun town. Been there a long time ago. Maybe it's changed. Do the Grizzlies, they got a weird line tonight. They're only a 3-point favorite. Started at 2.5, has moved to 3. Kings have not won this year. I know that Fox is playing out of his mind, but I think Ja's going to take him to school.
Yeah, this is an interesting game for me, because I think you kind of look at the situation, like you said, I think the Kings are going to be better. That team has some talent on it. You're talking about De'Aaron Fox. They took Keegan Murray, who was inserted to the starting lineup, I think, in their last game. He's one of my favorite prospects out of the draft. You got Domantas Sabonis. Davion Mitchell was another guy that they took early in the draft last year. They can really score. Harrison Barnes is still there. I mean, they have some talent, and I think this is a weird spot, because Sacramento's 0-3. But I think that's kind of false. They lost some close games, but they haven't played since Sunday. So they have 3 days off. They played 2 games at home already, and they've lost both of those games. So I'm sure during this time off, they're hearing all the noise. This is what you would call a get-right spot for Sacramento. They're coming back home. They're 0-3. They've lost their first 2 home games, haven't won at home this year. They're going to be looking to come out and play well. I think their fans are going to be ready. So the Grizzlies are going to come out and play really well in this game. De'Aaron Fox, early in his career, was a guy that really gave John Morant trouble. Now, I don't think that wasn't the case last year. I think John Morant has just blown past him as far as talent. So I think I'm not concerned about that matchup. But it's going to be a tough matchup. The Grizzlies got to play well to win this. But I know you're looking at 0-3. I know some people see that, but this Sacramento team is better than that, and they're in a desperation spot. I mean, they're not going to want to drop to 0-4 and lose their first 3 at home. So I think they're going to come out and play well tonight, and the Grizzlies got to match that energy early, especially.
Yeah, I think they're going to be able to match that energy, man. I think this team likes each other. They like playing for each other. I think they're going to go out there and get it done. I might be, I don't know, man. The Sharps are on that side. I'm on that side. Now, speaking of, L.A. and the Kings and the Grizzlies, they're playing tonight. If the Kings, who haven't lost and are losers, and the Lakers, who haven't, the Kings who haven't won and are losers, and the Lakers, who haven't won and are losers, who wins between the 2 bad franchises in California?
Man, I got to go with the Kings, man. That Lakers team is just a mess. Like, that might be one of the most poorly constructed teams I've ever seen. And I think they're going to be a historically bad shooting team. I mean, they can't throw it in.
They already are.
I mean, it's just, I don't even know what to say. And a lot of people, you see some of these trades that they could have had, like with Utah, where they could have had Conley and Bogdanovich and some of this stuff, and people are pushing back on that, saying, well, I would have done that trade, especially a lot of Laker fans. I would have done that trade because I don't feel like that makes us championship contenders. But, I mean, you're paying LeBron a lot of money. You're paying AD a lot of money, and this is the Lakers. I mean, we're not talking about some small market franchise. This is the history of this team. They have a history of winning. If you could do anything to make you better, I mean, it needs to be better than this. Like, I'm a Laker hater. I'm not going to admit that, but for that franchise to be this bad, there's just no excuse for that. And if you have a way to make it better, I don't think there's anything that they can do that's probable that they can do that's going to make them a championship contender. But if they had made that trade, some of those trades that you see with Utah, maybe Indiana, I think that they could compete with the play-in. Like, this, what's going on out there, man, is just a travesty. There's no way the Lakers should ever be in the position that they're in right now. Doesn't make any sense. And then you have a guy that a lot of people think is a GOAT, LeBron James, kind of, and I don't feel sorry for him because he kind of put himself in this situation, but he's just kind of wasting away. It's just a weird deal to have a guy like that on your team. You also have AD. You're paying these guys big money, but then you're just losing games like that, man. I just feel like they need to do something to rectify that situation. I think starting off, I think they need to get Russell Westbrook out of there for all parties involved, for his sanity, for the team and what's going on there, and for the fans, because that's just a toxic situation right now.
I mean, if you have LeBron and AD and some guys around them that can actually shoot the deadgum
Yeah,
basketball,
you just need some shooters, man.
it would work out, I think, beautifully. But somehow, I don't know. Side question: could it be Jeanie Buss's fault?
But I blame LeBron, actually, because when they went out and got Russell Westbrook, when I saw that they were about to make that move, I knew then, I was like, that is a terrible fit. LeBron is a guy that needs the ball in his hand. Russell Westbrook is a guy that needs the ball in his hand. He can't shoot. They already don't have any shooters out there. And then you're going to add this other guy at point guard that doesn't shoot the basketball. It's just a bad fit. I just think LeBron, the GM, should have just let the Lakers run things up, because what I've heard, the front office wanted to kind of make that trade with Indiana to get Buddy Hield, and LeBron wanted to go a different direction. He wanted to get Westbrook, and I think they went with what he wanted, and I just think they made a mistake. And it just seems like they don't want to. They have these 2 draft picks, and they don't want to give up those picks. But I think they need to go ahead and make a move, man. You got to come off those picks, but it's just be respectable. Like for the Lakers, like I said, man, for the organization, this is just unacceptable for the history that they've had. I mean, and it's LA. Like why is your team this bad? Like it just doesn't make any sense.
The reason I'm just going to tell you, because I'm an idiot, the reason I brought it up is because I was wondering, do you think Jeanie Buss took advice from Vanessa Williams, who was actually, remember, Rick Fox was a Laker.
Yeah.
And see, Vanessa Williams was Miss America, had to give her crown back because she was in Penthouse, and then she told Jeanie, don't do Penthouse, do Playboy. No, I'm crazy. You don't even know what to say. Just a little fun fact here on Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
A
little something. Now I got to ask you something very important for real. Who you got in the Fall Classic?
Man, that's gonna be an interesting game, man. I think it could go either way. But man, I think
don't pick the Phillies, Isaac. Don't pick the Phillies, please.
I think the Astros. I got to go with the Astros, man. I want to see Dusty Baker get one. I think they're the better team. They got home field advantage. I think the Astros will pull it out.
Dude, I think Dusty Baker's also one of my favorite managers. Like, whenever they show him in the dugout, my man's got his gloves on. He's got his wristbands on.
Oh, I love the gloves.
He's
it's
got
the best part about
gloves,
dude, I'm telling you,
gloves,
Dusty
man.
Baker comes to the ballpark ready to roll, man.
Man, he's ready to get in the box, man.
Man, anyway, Isaac's always ready to roll. He joins me every single Thursday. Make sure you check out his podcast. Do me a favor and plug away.
Yeah, man. We've got it rocking and rolling over the Ethos Grizzlies, man. I did a interview a couple days ago with Grizzlies radio play-by-play voice Eric Hasseltime. I got that, promoting that over on the site. We dropped the podcast last night, breaking down the Brooklyn game and looking forward to this road trip. So that's at Ethos Grizzlies. Make sure you check that out. And you can find my personal page at Isaac__NBA. That's ISAAC__NBA.
Man, be blessed, Isaac. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the Fall Classic, and we'll do it again.
We'll do, man. Talk to you next week.
That's my buddy, Isaac Simpson. Wanted to remind you one thing, though. Are you hungry? Because I'm hungry. You know why I'm probably hungry? Those deadgum unbelievable treats and those vape carts from Hemp 2.0. But you know where I want to go because of Hemp 2.0? I want to go to Central Barbecue, man. Like, if you're hungry right now and if you can hear my voice, there's a Central right by you. You know, smoke is their sauce at Central. They got everything from wings to barbecue nachos to the best pulled pork you've ever had. Their ribs are straight fire. Everything is delicious. Plus, they got smoked turkey, pulled chicken, turnip greens, barbecue beans. You can get their lunch plate. You don't have to get a bun. Tell them that you want the Texas toast. I love the Texas toast. I'm telling you, Central Barbecue's the best. Again, 4 great locations, downtown Central, Summer, and the new bad boy out here in East Memphis. Don't touch that dial. Back in 2 shakes. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, Jimmy Stovall here with Corky's Barbecue. Catering has been our specialty for more than 38 years. Corky's makes it easy for you to impress your guests at parties, family reunions, weddings, or just treating your hardworking employees to a great meal to say thank you. Let us do all the work. Come to your location, set up, and serve your hungry guests an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet starting at only $8.99 per person.
Encore flavor, Corky's Barbecue.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. Depending on how long you've been around, you've likely known my name for 30 years. Perhaps for my 20 years as the morning show on Kix 106 as the Young and Elder Show, or my 15 years at Brian Elder Roofing. So obviously, my reputation means everything to me. One terrible customer experience could tarnish a third of a century of goodwill. My reputation for quality and strong relationships is our main focus. We're the highest certification, a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning. If you have a business or a commercial building, we're the highest certification for warranties with GAF and Mulehide products. We don't come at you in sales mode. If you got a problem, sometimes the solution is just to fix the problem. Call me right now. I'll come out and see you today. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
You can't always see bad weather coming, so it's essential that you're able to see through it when you drive. Michelin wiper blades with advanced technology hug your windshield like a Michelin tire hugs the road, channeling away water, snow, and ice so you can see clearly, drive confidently, and breathe easy. Michelin wiper performance, clearer than ever. Upgrade to Michelin premium wipers today at Walmart, Amazon, and other fine retailers.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan is dressed as Tina today. He's getting ready to count down to Halloween. He had Bob Ross yesterday.
That's right.
Tina from Bob's Burgers.
You nailed it. So 2 Bobs,
Two
but I'm
Bobs.
Tina.
Yeah, you were. Oh, I see the correlation here. You were Bob, and now you're Bob's girlfriend?
Bob's daughter.
Bob's daughter.
His wife is named Linda. Also voiced by a man.
By the way, Bob Ross, famous painter with the hair.
That's right. Oh, pretty happy little tree.
Happy little tree. By the way, speaking of being happy, I got a parlay tonight.
What do you got?
You know, we have Thursday Night Football, Ravens at the Buccaneers. We're calling it Bounce Back Buccaneers evening, and I want you to start the NFL Week 8 off with a no-sweat same-game parlay from FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. It doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel or you already have an account. You'll get free bets back if your Thursday night same-game parlay does not hit. NFL same-game parlays are a perfect way. You combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payday. Bing, bang, boom. Life is good. I got you on this one, too. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Already put this in. I got Moneyline Bucks. I got Lamar Jackson under 219.5 passing yards. I have Mike Evans over 54 yards receiving, 54.5 yards receiving. I have Tom Brady, 1+ touchdown. I have Tom Brady over 254 yards. And I have Mike Evans anytime touchdown. That's a fat daddy right there. That's 6 picks. That's 6 picks. Do you know what that 6 picks is plus? 1,300 odds.
Wow.
Yeah, dig that. Put that in there. You can build your own. You can use mine, or you can choose from one of the popular same-game parlays that are pre-built for you in FanDuel's top-rated sportsbook app. However you want to play, you can bet the NFL on Thursday night with a no-sweat same-game parlay. Just sign up with the promo code HAPPY. If you already have an account, it's ready for you. It's all set. Just sign in and see what you got. If you do not have an account yet, please sign up with the promo code HAPPY. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. By the way, you got to remember, you must be 21 and present in Tennessee. 3-leg minimum, $1 bet required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 7 days after you receive them. Max free bet $5. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789. Bounce back Bucks, right?
But if you don't have a problem, avoid that 6-leg parlay with us. Because, I mean, I'm telling you what.
I hope they didn't listen to you on the Lakers last night and listen to me.
I didn't take the Lakers last night, John.
You were trying to convince me.
I took the Pistons.
And
you
they
know what
lost.
They did? They covered, though, John.
They did cover.
They covered. I'm telling you.
But you know what? Remember the saying, good teams win, great teams cover.
Right, John.
We talked about UT and UK this weekend. They're playing in the beer barrel game.
Football.
6-1, UT against the spread this year. Kentucky 5-2. That's breaking some banks. Plus, we have the world's largest cocktail party.
Outdoors.
World's largest outdoor cocktail party. People drinking Tito's all over the place.
Do you think that means there's larger indoor cocktail parties? Where would they be?
You know, that's a really good question.
I agree. A wedding.
You could just say the largest dead gum cocktail party on planet Earth.
And include dead gum.
I like dead gum. You know, I got that from Coach. Oh my gosh.
Coach Netherland.
No, it wasn't Coach Netherland. Coach Hines. Steve Hines. He used to say dead gum at Hardin all the time.
I think Coach Netherland probably said dead gum it too, or damn it, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. But you know what? We got another big game. It doesn't have an alcoholic name to it, but it does have 2 dogs, Reveille and Juice.
Wow.
So it's Ole Miss. It's Texas A&M. We're talking all things Ole Miss with Evie Van Pelt on the other side. This is Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
Hey, Mid-South, I've got Jeff Allen on the phone at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. Hey, Jeff, what's shaking?
We are making our customers happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah. How about this? 2023 Kia Sorento LX all-wheel drive for just $257 per month. 36-month lease, $29.99 due at signing. And I've got a 2023 Kia Sportage LX front-wheel drive, $287 per month. 36-month lease, $34.99 due at signing.
Well, I'm feeling happy, Jeff.
And if you don't see what you want, no problem. I'll order exactly what you want, and you won't pay over MSRP at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
Plus, every Gossett Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah.
2680 Mount Moriah or KiaMountMoriah.com. Seltos P738-6423, MSRP 25,325, K5 950-6883, MSRP 26,860, PF 695. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 10/31/2022 with approved credit. Dealer stock only. Warranties and limited powertrain warranty. See Kia.com or retailer for details.
You don't think about a lawyer until something goes wrong. When that happens, let attorney Stephen Leffler fight for you and your family. You don't leave the house in the morning expecting an accident, but it happens every day. A car wreck, you slip and fall, or you get accused of a crime and find yourself fighting for your reputation. Stephen Leffler has been fighting for you for over 35 years. Don't do it alone. Let Stephen Leffler fight your battles for you. Call Stephen Leffler, 901-527-8830, or go to LefflerLaw.com. Here to fight for you and your loved ones.
Like, I don't know. Can you just pick something and order? Yeah, but anyway, where are you at? You don't...
It only takes 2 seconds of distracted driving to become a statistic. You can lose your driving privileges, your vehicle, face jail time, or even lose or take a life. Slow down, Memphis. The life you save may be your own. Brought to you by the Memphis Police Department, Traffic Operations.
Collierville Auto Center is all about trucks and Jeeps, and the inventory is all stocked up. Been looking for that special ride? You're covered from the basics on up. Want to sell your truck or Jeep? Then bring it in and get a fair deal. The technicians at Collierville Auto Center know just about all there is to know when it comes to trucks and Jeeps. So don't be afraid to ask questions. They've probably heard them all. Every truck on the lot has been fully serviced from top to bottom and bumper to bumper, and there are warranties available. Collierville Auto Center, 651 West Poplar in Collierville, and online at ColliervilleAutoCenter.com.
It's gotten colder outside, and the folks at Family Leisure want you to relax at home in your new massage chair or catch a game in your new home theater set. The Relax at Home sale is going on right now at Family Leisure with great deals on pool tables or shuffleboards, or enjoy a game with all your friends and your family. Also on sale now, saunas, hot tubs, patio furniture. It's the Relax at Home sale. Come by Family Leisure, I-40 and Whidden Road. That's where you'll relax at home.
It's time to get to Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike for some falling prices. Book your next adventure with 27 combined MPG in our 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. $359 a month or $26,095. Get off-road, snow, ice, or everyday driving in 2023 Eclipse Cross. We Gossett $399 a month or $28,880. Or get 7 seating capacity in 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. We Gossett at $419 a month or $31,095. And always get peace of mind with our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett and Gossett Motor Cars.
All 75 months, 500 military rebate. Sport NUO 19,221, MSRP 26,845. Eclipse PC 005115, MSRP 29,380. Outlander NZO 86,720, MSRP 31,595. PF 695. Includes all rebates and incentives. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 10/31/22. Dealer stock only.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan on the other side of the glass, a.k.a. Tina from Bob's Burgers.
That's right.
Yesterday, he was Bob Ross. So let me guess. Tomorrow, you're going to be Bob Dole.
No, you're not. No, Bob Dole. No, tomorrow would be a great. Tomorrow's going to be a great one. You're really going to love it. But I can't give it away at all. Oh,
can't give it away.
I can't give it away at all.
It's going to be fantastic Friday.
It's going to be really good. I've got an impression to go. I mean, I have an impression today, too. We can get to that later. But I got an impression to go with tomorrow and everything. It's going to be great.
You are such a trip. You kill me sometimes. Well, it's time to talk some Ole Miss football. You know, we're the home of the Ole Miss Network. They got to go down to Texas A&M. Ole Miss at Texas A&M. It's the fight of the two dogs. I can't wait to see this. And I'm not talking about like barking dogs, home dogs.
Hungry
I'm not
dogs.
talking about, point spreads. I'm talking about real dogs.
Real dogs.
We got Reveille and we got Juice.
They're going to come home with a litter.
Dude, who cares about the battle for the beer or the world's largest outdoor cocktail party? Ole Miss, Texas A&M, two teams got a whole lot to prove. It's time to talk with Ole Miss Evie. What's up, Evie? How are you?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to this weekend's game, too.
I'm a little nervous after last week. That was such a. I want to talk about that one just for a little bit. How confusing was it from your perspective when you saw them come out so fast? It seemed like they took control of that game in that first quarter. And I haven't seen a Lane Kiffin coach team fall apart in the second half of a football game like that, except for basically this season when they were playing. A weaker competition, but they had such a big lead in the first half that it didn't affect them. Is this something that is kind of worrying you about second half adjustments?
Well, I think it's a couple of things. I think there's definitely, I feel like LSU made some obviously good adjustments at halftime. I also think that really and truly what we're seeing, a lot of it, and Kiffin talked about it this week, is we still don't quite have the depth. I mean, if you just, he talks about a lot of times just looking at a roster, that looks like a future NFL roster. And he talks about, like the players on the A&M team and the players on the LSU team. And they've been down a little, obviously LSU's been down a little bit, but they've still got some very, very big, strong players on their team. And he's talked about the depth when you get to that fourth quarter of a game, and we've got, linemen that have had, twice the snaps of the other team. So I think that, we get a little tired perhaps in the fourth quarter. It was surprising to me. I mean, weren't we feeling good in that first half? I sure was. So I think, though, part of it, I think they learned a lot from that game. I mean, every single player we heard from this week, and Kiffin, I think they've learned a lot, maybe learned a lot about themselves, and I think that some of those kids learned a lot about playing in a very hostile environment.
That's what I was going to next. Evie is no joke, I'm telling you. By the way, we're talking with Evie Van Pelt. Follow her at Ole Miss Evie. Don't forget the Rebel Walk. It's the real deal Holyfield. It's at the Rebel Walk on Twitter, therebelwalk.com. Evie's the founder and publisher, and they got a lot of great people over there doing a lot of great work. So if you care about the Ole Miss Rebels, hotty toddy, check them out. Now, you mentioned the road. When you go to Georgia Tech, when you go to Vanderbilt, those are not really tough road contests. They went down to Death Valley against LSU. Jaden Daniels played perfect football in the second half. Brian Kelly has those boys going in the right direction. Does that help prepare them to go down to College Station?
Absolutely. And, it's funny you say that because Coach Kiffin was asked that yesterday, that exact question, smart question on the SEC coaches teleconference. And his answer was yes, emphatically, that it helps them to see what they're going to be facing. And, Kyle Field will be every bit as large and loud. In fact, those kids were camping out. They've lost, 3 straight games, and their students were wrapped around the stadium 3 times, camped out to get tickets. So I think it's, they haven't had a home game since September the 17th, I think. So the Aggies are chomping at the bit to get out there and yell for their team. So I think that coming off at LSU, I mean, let's face it, I don't think you can play anywhere more hostile than LSU. There might be some places, that are loud, but LSU, I think, if I'm those kids, I look at it like, okay, we've seen pretty much the pinnacle of that. So it's going to be interesting to see how they respond.
The other thing I'm curious from, your perspective, not on Ole Miss, but about Texas A&M, when you see all the trouble that Jimbo Fisher's having, the issues that he's having with this young team, I think this is one of those games, to be honest with you, you don't bet the game, and I'm going for Ole Miss, but you don't bet this game before it starts. I feel like in the first quarter, you're going to find out if the kids down in College Station and Texas A&M are back in Jimbo Fisher or they're already looking towards the transfer portal. So I do a little in-game action. If that's the case, I think it's going to be a great day for Ole Miss and Jackson Dart. But if they come back, ready to play, you talked about that depth. How scary is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, it is. And I think that, Kiffin has, we joke about Kiffin and rat poison, complimenting the other team, but he's right. I mean, this is still a dangerous A&M team, if you ask me. I mean, and I think Ole Miss is maybe, 1.5, 2 points right now. I don't know, but favorite. But they, as Kiffin said, I mean, they have 5 stars all over the field. Great, big, huge, talented, fast players.
Big old offensive line.
Big old offensive line. Now, they are going to be out 2 starting offensive linemen who are out now with injuries for the rest of the season after the South Carolina game. And then they had another offensive lineman who was suspended along with a defensive back and a receiver for, I guess, conduct unbecoming, you would call it, perhaps, to South Carolina or after that game. So, they're going to be missing some players, and you're right. We're going to find out. They lost perhaps their biggest weapon earlier in the season when Nia Smith went out for the season with an injury, and he was just everything, receiver and return man. And I have heard, I've heard a couple of different things. Yes, they're having some locker room issues, but also you've got players like their phenomenally talented running back, Devin Achane, who's stepping up, and he and a few other players trying to rally the troops. So you're right. I don't think I would touch it before the game. I don't think I would touch that because there's just so many variables right now that are not even all on the field kind of things.
And the other thing is if you're Jimbo Fisher, you got to feel good. You've been on the road for 3 weeks. I mean, you had to go down to Stark Vegas. You had to go down to Tuscaloosa. You had to go over there to South Carolina and play the Gamecocks. That is 3 tough road games. You saw that they rushed South Carolina. They outpassed them. They outplayed them. It's just on the scoreboard they came up 6 points short. It was a fascinating game. And again, Ole Miss started fast, couldn't finish that bad boy. One of the questions is with Achane, and you talk about their great running back. Are you a little bit worried that they might not have enough in the trunk on the front line? They're going to be pushed on. They're going to have the ball run right down their throat. Can this defense slow them down?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I think one, it's better for the Rebels that they're missing, a number of their talented starting offensive linemen. So that's going to put them a little bit behind the 8 ball. But, to me, I'm looking, Cedric Johnson, our phenomenal defensive end, only played, I want to say, like 19 snaps of 79 against LSU because, he's been injured. Now, I had an ankle injury. He was practicing this week, so that's a good sign. But I think he's a real key, important part of the defense. And, so I think we're better with him out there. I don't know how long he can go. But, yeah, I mean, I think, again, you're right. Achane is talented. I do worry about that, although I do think that it's going to hurt them losing some of their offensive linemen. And their offensive line was a little suspect to begin with. So I think this will definitely hurt A&M.
Do you like Haynes King? He's a quarterback that doesn't scare you a lot.
No.
I feel like those free safeties and strong safeties and linebackers are going to be way down in that box. Kind of wondering, do you think any of the speed on the outside, does it give you a little bit of fear?
It does. And I think, that's one thing Kiffin talked about this week. He talked about Achane, and then they do have a couple of receivers. Evan Stewart is a phenomenal receiver. I would really watch out for him. Again, they had another one who's suspended, so that does hurt them. But in terms of the quarterbacking, Haynes King, you and I have talked about total QBR before, and he's barely at a 50. So he doesn't
6
scare
touchdowns,
me.
6 interceptions.
Yeah, he doesn't scare me. I think if you get,
Max Johnson.
pin your ears back and go after him and make him beat you with his arm, because I just don't think that he will.
How bad is it hurting him that Max Johnson won't be able to play for the fact that he broke a bone in his right hand? Probably miss the rest of the season. I mean, do you think he would be would this be a more dangerous game?
I think it would. I think not only is Johnson more accurate downfield, I just think he has more experience. He has more, heck, he beat A&M last year when he was playing for LSU. So I just think he has a lot more experience and maybe a little more composure out there just from having played SEC slate before. And so I think, it's interesting because at the end of South Carolina, when Haynes King got injured, the A&M quarterback, they put in Connor Wigman, who is another 5-star for A&M. And he actually is the one, there's not an Aggie fan I know, and I've actually graduated from A&M, who doesn't want Connor Wigman to play. They just feel like he is more talented and that he is actually the future of the program. Now, he struggled against South Carolina because he just, kind of got thrown in there. But I'm really not that worried about either one of them. That's not a knock really on them. I just think that they're in a tough situation, and I just think, offensive line hurt, Anaya Smith out, Jimbo's playbook is, a lot of people think that needs a little updating. So, we shall see. But I still, all that being said, it's going to be a huge 102,000 plus crowd, all fired up. So it's going to be quite a game.
All right. How healthy is the backfield?
Well, I tell you what, Zach Evans this week was not in, the jersey that signified the black jersey. He was not in the black jersey signifying no contact. So he was wearing some protection on his left knee, but he was going through drills full speed earlier this week. So that is a very good sign. I think our whole game plan changes when we don't have Zach out there. So Malik Heath was in a black jersey. He looked to get well, but he was taking first team reps with the offense. So I don't think that if he wasn't going to play Saturday, historically, Lane wouldn't have him out there taking first team reps. So I feel pretty confident that he's going to play. Troy Brown and AJ Finley. See, that's the thing. Part of that second half against LSU, and yes, you have to have next man up mentality, but AJ Finley, who went out with a concussion, and Troy Brown, who went out with an injury, they are the top two tacklers on our team. Like the leading two, like they account for, 100 and some odd, however many tackles between the two of them. And so, and both those positions, the linebacker and the safety, can be kind of like the quarterback of the defense. So I think we had a lot of things at play there when we lost those guys. So Troy Brown was in the black jersey this week, but he was going through drills. And with him, I think it's a shoulder. So we'll see. I mean, it's a good sign that he was out there. And then AJ Finley is been through concussion protocols. And so we're going to see. I'm hopeful that he can play, but I'm sure they'll be cautious.
Yeah, with A-Chain out there, you're likely, if you're one of your two linebackers, probably the best linebacker on your team, and your free safety are banged up. That's a little bit nerve-wracking for Ole Miss fans. Also a little bit nerve-wracking was the shaky second half that Jackson Dart had. What's he have to do to get it into Mingo's hands, Heath's, Robinson? What's he need to do?
Well, I think with Dart, I think again, that was really and truly, welcome to the SEC, young man, because that was a very, a very hostile place for him to play, loud. So I think that for Dart, I think he's just going to have to really stay focused and, not let anything get to him. He's got the skills. I mean, I think
he's got a cannon.
Yeah,
he can run the football better than I ever imagined. I mean, he looks like the part, like 75% of the time. It's just then he'll go out there and he'll have a few, series, and he'll have them back to back where it just doesn't seem like he can hit the broadside of a barn, and it's kind of confusing.
Right. And I think I was told by somebody down on the sidelines that when the players took the field or were coming out onto the field, I guess for warm-ups, he was commenting on what a big stadium that is, what a big crowd. So, that had to be something. So I'm really glad he's already experienced that going into College Station, because it's going to be something else too. But, one interesting thing that Lane did say on Monday that I'm eager to see, a couple of things here. He said they weren't going to run Dart as much. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like, if you take the read option game away, I don't know. And I don't know that that's what's going to happen. My next thought on that was, I can't in any world imagine Lane Kiffin telegraphing anything that he's going to do. And by saying, we're not going to run the quarterback as much, by saying what he's not going to do, he is telling you kind of what he is going to do. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's like a head game. I wish I could get into Lane Kiffin's mind there, but it's probably so to a lot of people. But that's going to be something interesting to watch out for, to see how much Dart runs the ball.
What do you think about maybe getting Casey Kelly a little bit more involved a little earlier sometimes?
Well, I think that, Casey struggled a little bit against LSU.
Had that drop.
But I think that I think, Lane loves the tight ends. And so I think if we could get him involved early, I think that would really be positive for the offense if we could let him get a little confidence there. I really like that kid. I mean, I know, people miss Michael Trigg, and he's phenomenal too. But I just really like Casey Kelly's workman-like attitude.
All right, got to ask you, since you went to Texas A&M, and now you cover Ole Miss, which dog's cuter, Reveille or Juice?
Oh, I'm a Juice girl all the way. I just love Juice. I love Juice. So, Reveille, I don't know if you saw it, but Reveille was tweeting asking if Juice could come over.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So, and Juice replied he was ready to go. So I don't know what's going on there, but Reveille's trying to get Juice to cross enemy lines, I guess. But no, they're both. I mean, Reveille is I don't know if you know this, but Reveille is the highest ranking member of the Corps of Cadets at Texas A&M, and she is referred to as Miss Reveille, ma'am. And anywhere, if Reveille, she goes to class, there is a student in the Corps of Cadets who is in charge of Reveille, and she goes to class. And anywhere Reveille wants to sit or be, you have to get up and let her have that spot. So that's kind of interesting. I don't think Juice enjoys the same privileges, but I'm not sure.
Wow. Well, you know what? Juice might come back from this trip and come back a little bougie.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Hey, everybody. Treat me a little differently.
I love this. I can't wait for the game. Again, don't forget, we got you covered here. Pregame starting around 4:30. It'll be at 4:30. We're going to kick this bad boy off, and I'm excited. Ole Miss, Texas A&M, bounce back game. I mean, like three games in a row. If Jimbo loses this one, man, his seat is going to be hotter than Cooter Brown. If Ole Miss loses this one, oh, man, everybody's just going to be so sad down in Oxford. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
You and me both, and I think, again, this SEC West, it just doesn't get any easier. I mean, the good news for Ole Miss is they've got a bye week after this. And
then they play Alabama.
But ain't nobody want to lose going into a bye week, because then you're sitting around for a long 2 weeks. So, let's get this win and then get healthy and be ready to take on Alabama, then go to Arkansas, then host State for the Egg Bowl. So let's finish strong.
Well, Evie, I thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I know it's a crazy game with you, your alma mater and the team that you love now. So I guess you can't lose either way. But I know one thing, she's got you covered at the Rebel Walk on Twitter. Go to therebelwalk.com. Check out all the stuff they're doing over there. Follow her at Ole Miss Evie. That's at Ole Miss Evie. She is Evie Van Pelt, the founder, the publisher of the Rebel Walk, your source for everything Ole Miss when it comes to sports information. Evie, be blessed, and I'll talk to you next Thursday.
Okay, thanks. Hotty toddy.
Hotty toddy. My goodness, man, I love talking to her. Is she not the sweetest thing in the world?
She is. I loved what she said about Reveille, though. It's very informative. I've heard that before, but
I've never heard that.
And that's so funny. It's a dog. I mean, it's a dog.
It's the highest.
And because they're have to do all the Army stuff, if this dog has a higher rank than you got to do. That's just the rules. Them's the rules, John.
Them's the rules. By the way, now you got a barrette in your hair, you look even cuter.
I've had the barrette in my hair the whole time.
Oh, maybe I don't know. I just guess I noticed it.
You just didn't notice it.
By the way, I'm at Johnny_radio. I took a picture of this fool and posted it.
You did?
Go check it out.
With
and if you want to look at him.
And my high socks.
Yes, and your high socks. If you want to check us out, we're on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Sports56, WHBQ, all of those wonderful things. By the way, I don't know if you remember, though, now's the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, because right now new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win, all the way up to $1,000. You got to sign up using the promo code HAPPY. FanDuel, though, is my favorite place because all my friends are there. I can bet on money lines, point spreads, player props. I can also go in there and do some live betting. I talked about the Ole Miss Texas A&M game. That's a game you don't bet before the game. That's a game you watch the first quarter. You see if Texas A&M is going to lay down after 3 straight losses on the road, or if they're going to be battling with each other. You got to check out, see what Ole Miss is doing. So that's why I love live betting. But my favorite thing is I get my winnings fast. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, my cash is in my bank account. And the cool thing is, it's all on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. So sign up today with the promo code HAPPY for your no-sweat first bet. That's promo code HAPPY. Make every moment more. this season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Must be 21 and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions do apply. See the terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. On the other side, we're going to go do a little bit of Hardwood right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at TriumphAutoSales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios, grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers, everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
You need concrete coatings, materials, and supplies in Memphis fast, and you get this answer? Oh yeah, we got that stuff, I think, but it's in Wisconsin, so you're gonna have to wait a few days for delivery. Why wait? Get your concrete coating and supplies now at TSS Supply. Everything that you need for coating concrete at TSS Supply, 5665 East Rains Road. And you're not dealing with just any supply store. TSS Supply specializes only in concrete coatings, materials, and supplies, all in one place. Most products are delivered same day or within 24 hours. Looking for a particular item, you need large quantities, or just have general questions? Call them at 901-729-0565, 729-0565, or you can email your question to Brad at tsssupply.com. All month in October, TSS Supply is celebrating its grand opening with 10% off your first order. TSS Supply, 5665 East Rains Road.
Hey, what QC Kinetics is doing for people here is terrific. Nothing short of amazing. I'm talking real lasting relief from joint pain. Hey, it's Greg Gaston. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in exciting new pain treatments with advanced regenerative medicine, non-surgical alternatives. If you're living with joint pain from injury or arthritis, don't let them tell you steroids and pain meds and surgery are your only options. QC Kinetics uses regenerative treatments that can restore and repair damaged tissue. All right, maybe you've been diagnosed with bone-on-bone arthritis and have been told you need a replacement. Call QC Kinetics now for an alternative way to deal with the pain. These amazing protocols work with pain caused by injury as well, like a torn meniscus or rotator cuff. Call QC Kinetics now. Don't delay. Don't keep living with that pain. Learn how regenerative medicine can give you your life back with no drugs and no surgery. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. 901-445-1010. That's 901-445-1010. QC Kinetics. 901-445-1010.
Let's say you need a new car, so you go to a dealer, right? Wrong. You need to go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales. Why? Because why limit yourself to just one kind of car when you can choose from all kinds of cars, SUVs, and trucks? All different years, all different makes, all different models. Really good prices, too. Now, everyone says that about the money, but Mount Moriah Auto Sales proves it. They work hard to get you the deal you want, even financing. Plus, they have a huge full-service department to help you take care of your car. So many choices at Mount Moriah Auto Sales. They're almost unlimited, with new vehicles coming in every day. Now, these are really good cars and trucks and SUVs that you'll want to drive. And yes, low miles too. It's so easy. Just go to Mount Moriah Auto Sales, tell them what you want, but keep your eyes open because you might just find the car of your dreams. Mount Moriah Auto Sales makes it all possible. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner, right on the price, right on Mount Moriah.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Don't you think the music should be the Rocky music if we're going to hear Rocky as we come back from that?
You know what? Actually, that's probably pretty genius.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff.
Dude, that makes me want to go run some steps.
Yeah, in Philly.
Dude, yeah, then we'll start like punching in the air and scream.
I wonder if we can get the team to do that, the Phillies to do that before the World Series.
I don't think we can.
I don't think we can.
I don't know if we can, by the way. Don't think we have that kind of pool. But that would be interesting. That would be interesting. But you know what it is? You know what's very interesting? Having money in your pocket. You think I'm talking about gambling, don't you? No, I'm talking about your business, man. Yes, I talk a lot of gambling on Sports 56 and 87, 80, 98.5 FM. I almost forgot my station.
Well, it used to be 87.7.
Yeah. That's just like me straight up again. I think this HHC is kicking in.
98.5 FM.
98.5 FM. But the point is, what I'm trying to say is I love, making you money through gambling, but I can also save your business money right now. I can knock 3.9% off your bottom line instantly. You just got to call my buddy Blake Jones. He's your local Mid-South Advanced Merchant Services representative. He's going to work with your business. He's going to help it grow instantly. The cool thing is, though, it's absolutely risk-free and no cost to you. Bing, bang, boom, the business owner. All you have to do is call this number, 662-416-5262. That's 662-416-5262. Call Blake Jones today. Start saving money tomorrow. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Woo-wee, where do I start, man?
I've got lots of stories today, John. If you want me to start, I've got stories aplenty. Yesterday was a wild day in the news, I promise.
Well, I was going to say Khloe Kardashian called Tristan Thompson an effing liar on her TV show.
Thompson.
Oh, Thompson. Who did I say?
Tristan Thomas.
Sorry, Tristan Thompson. Sorry, Mr.
Well, he's
Thompson.
not worth it, John, because he's an effing liar. Yeah, exactly. Ding.
Bing, ding, 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 ding. Yes, she's very upset. She says he's such a liar. She shrieked at it. She said that he's a crock of ish. So he's an effing liar and a crock of ish.
Chloe's my favorite, I think.
He says that if you believe anything that comes out of his mouth, then you're also an idiot.
Yep.
I like that word very much, too.
An idiot.
Yes.
But you don't call people idiots, John.
No, just you.
Well, no, you can't do that either. You have to say, I'm displaying the characteristics of an idiot. That way you're not calling me an idiot.
You're just saying
I
am
acting
like an idiot.
Exactly. You nailed it.
Man, that's really good.
It's a journalism trick. Journalism 101. Learn that one in school.
One other story, then I'm just going to turn it over to Tina.
That's me.
And Tina is Jay Morgan, if you didn't know. Russell Wilson yesterday, do you know when you told me that he was working out on his plane?
Oh, this is great.
Okay, so here's like you said, I figured he's so bougie with Sierra that he's flying on his private plane.
No.
He's pumping some iron in the back.
No, he's on the chartered plane.
No, he's on the chartered plane for the whole damn team.
8-hour flight.
And during the 8-hour flight, 95% of the entire team does what?
Sleeps.
I told you they're sleeping. You know why?
Why?
Xanax, Valium.
Reckless speculation.
I'm pretty sure that it's a rule if you're flying overseas that if you are going to get on the plane that you have to have a script because people will go crazy for 8 hours sitting in those little damn seats. Well, and they're big guys, so it doesn't matter how big their seats are. They're huge, huge
but
men.
like beds, that's fine. It's not a big deal.
Well, how are you
Anyway.
going to sleep on a plane anyway? Do you have a better way to sleep?
Well, they know
Up,
the seats were-
HIM 3670 South Houston Levy Road. Head over to HIM 3670 South Houston Levy Road. Find out what HIM can do for you.
The seats recline.
But this is the problem. Russell Wilson, while everybody's asleep, they said for 4 hours, 4 of the 8 hours, 4 of the hours, they said Russell Wilson was going up and down the aisles, like high kneeing it, and then he was stretching.
Even better, John, they didn't say it. He said it. He had a press conference when he landed. He said, yeah, I worked out the whole time.
Yeah, I worked out the whole time. And then there was also a reporter or somebody that was on the plane that did verify, and they said
a player, a
it was a
teammate.
player, it was a teammate, yeah, that verified, yeah.
He's
like,
oh
and
yeah.
he's like, yeah, we're all trying to sleep, and he's doing high knees up and down the aisle.
Here's the quote.
He's the door, dude. Please give me the quote.
He can't do it justice. It's too good. I don't really get jet lagged too often. I've traveled enough to get my system down. I was on the plane.
Meaning he had Xanax, Valium, or diazepam.
No, he didn't sleep,
Klonopin,
though.
maybe.
I was on the plane. The first 2 hours, what was it? An 8-hour flight here. The first 2 hours, I was watching film, watching all the cut-ups and everything else. Then for the next 4 hours, I was doing treatment on the plane. I was walking down the aisle. Everybody was knocked out. I was doing high knees and working on my legs and everything else, making sure I'm ready to rock. So that was good. And the last 2 hours, I fell asleep for 1 hour, and then I watched film the rest, and I feel great.
Man.
What a guy.
Is there anybody more look at me, Larry?
Oh, no way. I mean, Russell Wilson doesn't do anything without a camera or press people there to hear it.
Is he the most fake human being ever? Is
That
he a
has to be.
robot?
Has to be.
Do you think he's a robot like Katy Perry?
He might, John, he might be. John, this is the worst time to be a Russell in sports, is it not?
Dude,
No
Russell,
worse time to be a Russell in sports.
Russell Westbrook, Russell Wilson.
Worst time in sports.
What about R-Dub?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's not just Russell.
Just
If
RW.
you have RW in your initials,
You're screwed.
This is not reckless speculation. This
No.
is not the year for you.
That's right. It's not.
Definitely not the year for you. Now your bank account's pretty dope.
Yeah,
but everybody, you know what? I'll take the money and all the criticism. I get all the criticism, and I don't have any money.
And you get your own sandwich at Subway if you're Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
You don't
dangerous.
go to Subway, though.
No, I don't eat Subway. You know I don't eat fast food, homie.
Subway's not fast food. It's a sandwich
It's
shop.
too fast. It's too fast for me.
$5 footlong.
Dude, they have the damn the meat sitting out. I don't want to watch some lady or man. I'm sorry. Or should I just say
anybody built sandwich architect?
Sandwich architect. Yes. I don't want to watch a sandwich architect put their little nasty gloved hand inside a vat of nasty meat.
I love Subway, man. Dude, at Birmingham Southern, there was these two nicest ladies in the world.
You know that
worked
they're
at
not a
Subway.
sponsor, but I'm gonna throw up.
I
And
love
you're
Subway.
I love Subway.
I used to love this place. R.I.P. to this place. There was a restaurant at this place at Texas Tech, and I also used to go there up the street in Collierville all the time. Quiznos subs, John. You ever been to Quiznos back in the day?
Man, I don't remember Quiznos.
Oh my
no, I
God,
I don't
man.
eat subs like that.
I love
don't do that.
Quiznos.
You know how I get a sub?
How?
I say, woman, go. No, I'm just kidding. I say, Chas, dear.
Chas,
Would
dear.
you go get me some French bread? Cut that junk open. Go get some cold cuts from Boar's Head.
Oh, Boar's
Bring
Head,
this stuff
delicious.
home. Give me all the the little dressings. I like the new ones. Don't like putting it back in the refrigerator because I'm weird.
John, I like Jimmy John's, but my personal favorite is Lenny's Sub Shop. I mean, they got nice Boar's Head meats in there.
Yeah.
Some really nice
and they got
cheeses.
a dope Philly.
They do. Oh, man, Lenny's is the best.
Actually, that is a good one.
And they got great chips at Lenny's, too. And great lemonade and tea.
How will you get off of sandwiches?
I love sandwiches.
It's definitely lunch for you, I can
I
tell.
love sandwiches,
Now, I
man.
want to get on somebody that might be more fake than Russell Wilson.
Katy Perry.
Did you hear about this Katy Perry eye malfunction?
But it's not an eye If you
Dude.
have fake lashes, I have a vast experience with fake lashes, John. If you have fake lashes, they can because of the way they're glued to your face, they can stick when you close them to the bottom part of your eye, and hers was sticking. That's why when to get it off, she pulled her skin down.
No,
a
it
little
looked
bit.
like she was a robot,
It did.
rebooting herself.
It did look like a robot.
And by the way, I mean she has big, beautiful eyes. She's a
beautiful
she's
woman.
an Ole Miss legend. But I think that was a robot that was playing that night.
You think it was?
I think it malfunctioned. I think she's a cyborg.
So you think she only performs sometimes?
I think she only performs sometimes. You know what? If you were rich, wouldn't you pay for a robot to be made to go out and do all your work? All they have to do is sing. You've already sang the song. They just play it through the air. All you got to do is look cute, do some little dancing. You got your little robot.
Brittany. I was going to say the second part
Brittany,
of that.
man, we have to go back to when she was 17, 18 years old before she went crazy.
She's posting nude on the internet all the time.
Yeah, dude. She's also completely crazy.
No, you can't say that anymore, John. The conservatorship is over.
Dude, but she's still crazy.
Maybe so.
Like,
John,
she's so crazy that she makes you right now. Like, if you wore this every single day, you'd still be less crazy than she is. And you're dressed as a woman with a skirt.
I know. I love the skirt, though. My legs are breathing. You know what else is breathing? My penis. John, do you know who Katy Perry used to be married to?
I didn't know she was married.
She's also engaged. Don't look it up. The first person she was married to was comedian Russell Brand. You know Russell Brand? Funny British fella?
No. The dude who started the...
Get Him to the Greek. He's also in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
He's the one who smokes...
The Jeffrey. In Get Him to the Greek.
Oh, is that the name of the movie?
That's Russell Brand. She's also engaged to now, John, you're going to love this. She's engaged to Orlando Bloom.
I don't know who Orlando Bloom is.
Yeah, you do, John. He's like the hunky guy that was in...
A hunky guy.
He was in...
And I'm supposed to know him why.
He was in all of the Lord of the Rings movies.
I've never seen the Lord of the Rings, dude.
He was in the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Never seen the Pirates of the Caribbean, bro.
I don't know what to do for you, John.
I don't know. What do you mean? I'm worried about you, to be honest.
You never seen Lord of the Rings? Legendary, man. He was Legolas.
Only thing I know is that in this girl who's in a lot of trouble. What's her name? Like the lady who wrote it. She's in trouble.
No, that's Harry Potter.
Oh, that's Harry Potter.
J.K. Rowling.
Oh, same difference. What's the difference? So there's a difference between Harry Potter and Rings, man?
Lord of the Rings is written by J.R.R. Tolkien.
And what's the other one?
J.K. Rowling. But that's
Dude,
not a real
why
name.
do they have like these weird little initials like R-Dub?
Well, it's a pseudonym. Isn't that the right word? Yeah, pseudonym. It's not a real name.
Okay.
J.K. Rowling's not a real name.
Well,
a lot of abbreviations, you're right. J.R.R. Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter, and George R.R. Martin wrote Game of Thrones.
Well, George should be spelled with a J, and then everybody would have a J in their name. It'd be like Junt.
It's spelled with a G, and he actually tours with the dead. George R.R. Martin tours with the dead. The guy that wrote Game of Thrones tours with the dead.
He did tour with the dead.
No, they're going on one more tour, John. One more tour.
I'm talking about Jerry, though.
You know what we should do? Is we should take Dead and Company. You're right. We should take our show on the road next year for the Dead and Company tour and go to all the Dead and Company shows. What do you think?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Please, let's get this
Can
sponsored.
we get a sponsor?
Please, somebody out
Anybody
there.
listening, you got to
I promise
sponsor
you,
this.
I'll videotape everything I do. You'll learn about all kinds of things.
It'll be great stuff. John, I got stories for you. Can
all
I
right,
go now?
Let's go.
All right. We're almost out of time. You're right. Kanye West. John, you know Kanye's been in the news lately because he said he hates Jews or something?
Yes, he did. In fact, he lost, I think, almost all of his money. He's not a billionaire anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Adidas ended his sponsorship with him.
Aaron Donald, Kawhi Leonard,
Jaylen Brown.
In fact, I think Donda's closing down.
That's right,
dog.
John. Well, Ye, Kanye West, because his name is Ye now.
I thought it was Ye.
Ye.
Oh, it's Ye. But he spells it Y-E.
Yeah. He went to the Skechers headquarters yesterday to try and make a deal with them after Adidas dropped him. He was escorted off the premises by security.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Skechers.
Sir,
I didn't even know they were still around.
And they didn't even want Kanye there. Sir, this is a Skechers, please leave.
Like, dude, the only person that would probably take him back is if there's still anybody that has anything to do with Ruse. And I bet you don't even know what Ruse are.
Kangaroos.
They were like a brand that had Walter Payton back there in the day, Sweetness. He was wearing his Ruse and he was running around. And now I don't even think there's a Rue out there. And they wouldn't even take him. He is crazy, you know that.
Walter Payton?
No.
He's dead.
Yay.
Oh, yeah, no, he's crazy.
Or Yee.
Yay,
What is it?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yay?
Yeah.
See, I think of Yayo.
I miss the old Kanye.
Is it just because we could call him Kanye?
No, that's a song. That's a line from one of his songs.
He misses the old Kanye?
Yeah, well, it's like he's like saying what other people say about him.
Doesn't he miss Kim Kardashian?
Maybe so. That's John, you know how we always talk about the Kardashian curse? This is maybe another example of that.
Oh my gosh, he's completely spiraling out of control.
He is, John.
Just like, oh my gosh, who?
Reggie Bush.
Lamar Odom. Reggie Bush lost his Heisman. Lamar Odom almost lost his life. He's lost Donda Sports.
Chris Humphries.
Chris Humphries lost his NBA career and his respect.
Do you think Pete Davidson's going to fall off somehow?
Dude, he's doing a Taco Bell commercial, and Martha Stewart
wants to bang
and he
him.
quit SNL. He's already been cursed. I'm telling you right now.
Wait, those are great things.
There is nothing more scary, I think, than Kardashians during October.
Pete Davidson was in a really good movie I saw recently called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Dude, how do you find time to watch all these movies?
I love going to movies, man. I'm going to a movie tonight.
No, there's a Thursday night football game.
I know, but I want to see Bram Stoker's Dracula.
What?
Dracula. It came out in 1992. It's Francis Ford Coppola. They're airing it tonight. They air it Sunday at 3 o'clock. I didn't get to go. They're doing another airing tonight. I like seeing old movies that I've only seen on television, John, in theaters.
You're a very interesting
John,
character.
one more story for you today.
Man, by the way, if there's a crazy woman out there, please, 901-360-8255.
Or a crazy man.
901-360-8255.
I like all kinds. John, a marijuana company is being sued for not making customers high enough.
I know
Are you in
all
on this
about
lawsuit?
this lawsuit. I know all about this. Hey, I need quality control. If you're going to be making some weed and you say it's got 30% in it, I want it to be 30%.
That's right.
Lab tested came back in there. They said it was a very, very high potent weed. Said it was like 26%. Well, these guys smoked it.
They said, no, it ain't.
They go, man, I've been smoking weed for a long time. That's not the kind of buzz that I get from 26%. They said this thing's probably more like 18, 19.
So you
they were close. They went in there, they checked it out, and it was 20. They had an independent lab test their weed. They're promoting 26%, and it's 20%. I don't know if you know this. That's 6% it's off.
So you support the lawsuit.
I'm going to tell you something. Some people say this is frivolous. This is ridiculous. But, dude, you have to have quality control when
product.
you're selling any product, even marijuana, especially marijuana. Now, I know the hard part about this is because you got a bunch of stoners who work for you. And I'm sure, they're imagine quality control going south with a bunch of stoners hanging around.
That's a good point.
So we just got to get them. Maybe we should have the young kids who are on Adderall quality control the weed.
And all the kids that are smoking weed, quality control the Adderall.
When they're making the Adderall. Yeah, no. You don't know. No. See, smoking the weed doesn't need really quality control.
Littering
and. By the way, speaking of smoking some weed, do you know I got something really interesting for you. Jay, I got some THCA flower infused with Delta 8 and HHC. Do you know what it's called?
What?
TGIT. So is that to get?
Thank God it's THC.
I don't know. But all I know is it's dope, and it's out at hemp 2.0. They also have some new THC, Delta 8 and Delta 9 seltzer from High Spirits. They have this unbelievable floral arrangement called a raspberry lemonade. It's got 25 milligrams of THC, and I love this new brand. It's not your son's weed. That means it's going to get you high. You know what I'm saying? Like high, like high as a giraffe. If you know what I mean. Not your son's weed. This is 200 milligrams of THCP and Delta 8. It's a hybrid. It's out of control. Where do you get all these wonderful things? You get them out at Hemp 2.0. And by the way, you ready for a little trick or treat? All treats, no tricks until Monday, October 31st. You get 10% off your entire purchase, and that's free adult treats with every purchase as well. Show the code at checkout. It's HT2022. That's HT2022. You show that code at checkout, bing, bang, boom, 10% off your entire purchase, and you get some treats, complimentary of Hemp 2.0. 3670 South Houston Levee Road. We got to talk bets on the other side. It's a beautiful, thirsty Thursday. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses.
Sure, the name may be Sunrise, but let's not forget that Sunrise on Jefferson also serves fantastic lunches, prepared the Sunrise way, fast, fresh, and just for you. Any great restaurant lunch menu starts with a great burger, and Sunrise is no exception. Sunrise's Bacon Cheeseburger has everything you'd expect in a great burger, including a house-made special sauce and house-made pickles. Not a lot of places can boast that. If you can't make it to Sunrise for breakfast, then swing by later for a Sunrise lunch.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. Depending on how long you've been around, you've likely known my name for 30 years.
Perhaps for my 20 years as the morning show on Kix 106 as the Young and Elder Show, or my 15 years at Brian Elder Roofing. So obviously, my reputation means everything to me. One terrible customer experience could tarnish a third of a century of goodwill. My reputation for quality and strong relationships is our main focus. We're the highest certification, a platinum preferred contractor with Owens Corning. If you have a business or a commercial building, we're the highest certification for warranties with GAF and Mulehide products. We don't come at you in sales mode. If you got a problem, sometimes the solution is just to fix the problem. Call me right now. I'll come out and see you today. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One. It's Thursday Night Football coming up from Tampa, with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers playing host to Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Kevin Kugler and Jason McCourty will call all the action on air and on the free live stream sponsored by AutoZone. Join us to find out if Brady and the Bucs can break their surprising 2-game losing streak on Thursday Night Football.
Right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
The new era of Thursday Night Football is only on Prime Video. Tonight, it's a matchup between MVP quarterbacks when Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens travel to Tampa Bay to take on Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Pre-game coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, delivered by Little Caesars. Not an Amazon Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial to stream the game. It's the Ravens and the Buccaneers, only on Prime Video. See Amazon.com/watchtnf for details.
O'Reilly. Don't miss See Better, Drive Safer Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts with great deals on wiper blades, headlight bulbs, and more. Right now, get up to a $20 gift card after a mail-in rebate with the purchase of select Sylvania bulbs. Plus, get double O Rewards points with your purchase. Prepare for the weather ahead during See Better, Drive Safer Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey everybody, how great are fall trips in a new truck or SUV? I'm out here at Olive Branch checking out Chevrolet's truck season at All Star Chevrolet. Find what you want, and if you don't find it, order what you want. A new Silverado High Country or Crew Cab, Blazer, Traverse, how about a new 2023 Camaro convertible? Or how about a new Equinox with 1.9 financing, because your good credit deserves it. All Star is famous for their certified and pre-owned selections, Ram Laramies and Bighorn, Mustangs, Grand Caravans, Suburbans, Tahoes, they got it all. Kevin and Jeff asked me to give a big shout out to all of you that brought your great pre-owned cars and trucks to them to purchase. If you have a car or truck you want to sell today, bring it to Olive Branch and get a check for some crazy good money, even if you owe money on it. And don't wait for service. Gary, here at All Star, is your guy. Remember, it's not the Pike, not South Haven, not Mount Moriah, Bartlett, or Collierville. Find new roads to All Star Chevy in Olive Branch or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Football is here, and this season, my 46th as a professional handicapper. More than any season before, you need my help when it comes to sports wagering. The transfer portal has made it impossible for the average fan to keep up with college football. Take advantage of our experience, contacts, and information, and get season service, college and pro football and college basketball for $1,000. Total cost, no add-ons or extra charges. Every play we make through the NCAA Final Four championship. 5 losing seasons in 45 years is a phenomenal record. Last season, 65.5% against the spread, including a 13-4 record on our 10-star plays. Call me, John Rainey, the Rain Man, at 901-461-4600. That's 461-4600, and get season service for $1,000. The Rain Man and All-Star Sports. You can't do any better.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I got Jay Morgan, a.k.a. Tina. Tina from Bob's Burgers. She's looking lovely today.
You just noticed my beret last segment.
I know. She wore a raspberry beret.
Well, this one's yellow.
Yeah, whatever.
Gold.
Gold, is it? Beautiful.
Sure.
Speaking of gold, it's time to make a little bit of gold because you've got 2 NBA picks. I've got a little NFL action for you. And don't forget, I have a 6-game parlay. Now, how are you going to place this parlay? Well, you're going to do it, and you're also going to start the NFL Week Off 8 the right way with a no-sweat same-game parlay from FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. It doesn't matter if you're new to FanDuel or already have an account. You'll get free bets back if your Thursday night same-game parlay does not hit. Same-game parlays are a perfect way to combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payday. You build your own, baby, and let me tell you what, I got one for you. I'm taking the Bucks. I'm going under 229 yards on Lamar Jackson, over 254.5 with Tom Brady. Mike Evans, anytime touchdown. Yes, sirree, Bob. You know you can build your own, or you can choose from one of the popular same-game parlays that are pre-built for you in the FanDuel's top-rated sportsbook app. However you want to play, you can bet the NFL on Thursday night with a no-sweat same-game parlay. Just sign up with the promo code HAPPY. That's if you don't have an account. If you already have an account with FanDuel, you're all set. Just sign in, see what you got, make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. Must be 21 and present in Tennessee. 3-leg minimum, $1 bet required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 7 days after you receive a max free bet $5. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. What you got on the NBA, Jay?
John, I've got a couple bets for you on the NBA today. One of them we talked about earlier. I think you mentioned this. You can't bet with your heart, can you, John?
No, if you bet with your heart, you're going to get your heart broken.
And the Grizzlies are now up to 3.5.
By the way, don't date with your heart at first. First, like that person, respect that person, and like their bank account. And then, if you fall in love, then it's going to work out.
What about their...
You got to be judicious with how you choose your partner.
What about the size of their gazungas?
Well, that's what I was kind of thinking about, but I didn't want to say that. I was going to say bank account, but you said it for me.
Is that inappropriate?
That's not inappropriate. It's just real. We're just keeping it real.
Sean, back to gambling. I think that you can't bet with your heart tonight. I like the Kings at home. They're already 3.5-point dogs at home.
Do you know who they're playing, people?
The Grizzlies.
That's right.
Oh, I'm not people. But they've gone up. It's already gone up. It was 2.5 when we started the show. It's now 3.5. I'm going to take the Kings at home tonight, Sean.
Are you going to wait till it gets to 4?
I'm going to take it now. I think it might go up to 4. I don't know. But you need to bet this next one now. I got to say it now. I took the Mavs this morning at -2. This game is already up to -3. The Nets on a back-to-back at home. This line is going up in favor of the Mavericks. Take the Mavs right now. You can get it at -3, -2.5 on some books. Mavericks tonight against the Nets. Kings at home against the Grizzlies. Those are my 2 bets.
And Ben Simmons right now, if you listen to Kyrie, I mean, he can't catch a break because Kyrie won't, he says the media's all over him and all kinds of stuff.
And he attacked better last night. He doesn't need to score, John. He
doesn't.
He has to attack the rim. You're going to draw 3 defenders every time you drive to the basket. Then you make the good pass, you get an assist. Quit picking your dribble up and just drive to the rim, man.
He needs the contract that I proposed today to Isaac Simpson that Dylan Brooks should have.
That's right.
Anytime he shoots 7 shots or more, he gets fined $150K. I think that's a good one.
He's a head case. You can't handle that.
I don't know, man. Your pocketbook kind of makes you a little bit brighter. Trust me. By the way, tonight, if you want to look for a perfect place to watch the game, go to Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. They have 2 of them. One's at 3751 South Houston Levee Road. That's in Collierville. The other one's over at 6450 Poplar Avenue. That bad boy's in East Memphis. While the game's on, they have $2 draft beers during the game. That's tonight. There's a game on tonight. It's the Ravens. It's at the Bucks. Head on over to Pimento's. Don't forget, they got a great happy hour from 3 to 7, $4 house cocktails. Try their signature drinks. The JJ Spicy Margarita is one of my favorite. And don't forget to get those burgers. Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. Get out there, make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.
Memphis Tiger basketball is back at FedEx Forum. Season tickets start at just $99 with a dynamic season pass where you can experience a different seating location for each game. Don't miss a minute of the action this season. See you at FedEx Forum.
Acura of Memphis invites you to experience the all-new, completely redesigned 2022 Acura MDX. It's the most advanced SUV Acura has ever built. Experience the convenience of full connectivity, including built-in Alexa, Wi-Fi hotspot, and wireless charging, from the stunning interior complete with third-row seating. Stop by our state-of-the-art facility and take advantage of our aggressive APR offers today at Ridgeway and 385. Or shop online from the convenience of home now. Visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no